Live. Welcome. Thanks for joining me, guys. I just got back from a gig and thought I'd get some more coffee and get started here with y'all. Let's see who's here today. Thanks for joining me. Hoping some Patreon members are here. I know you love these process video lessons, so I thought it'd be fun to take a standard ballad, a beautiful ballad Nightingale sang in Berkeley Square, and do it with you. So if you are watching this video, even if it's not live, please grab your guitar and let's do this together. I'm going to show you how to create a really quick and easy arrangement to play for solo jazz guitar, chord melody style. So again, grab your guitar. Today I've got my telly. My old Gibson is just hanging out by the door. Just walked in. So type in the chat. Let's see who's here. Again, it's always nice to see if folks are tuning into these. And I know it's a holiday weekend, but I'll go ahead and get started on this and share my screen. This is again the process video lesson, but it's live, so you can always ask questions and feel free to stop. I just added some PDFs to the link, so if you go to the description and click on that link, I added it about 10 minutes ago. So there's a whole bunch of PDFs for you to download if you want to grab some chord studies along with the basic lead sheet for this song. So again, I'm going to go ahead and load it up and I'll just check to see who's in the chat. And if there are some folks here today, then I'll kind of do a longer version of this and go through the whole process. Otherwise, I might just go through half of the song to get started. So Nightingale. It's really a beautiful song, and it's a great one to do some chord melody. Okay. Let me see here. Hope everyone's enjoying the weekend. Let me see here. Okay, so what you're going to see on your screen here in a second is the lead sheet, the same exact lead sheet that you had. And I kind of jokingly said homework assignment for those on Patreon who wanted to kind of get started on it yesterday when I posted it. But by no means do I expect you to do it. It's more just extra credit. Okay, so I've got a backing track to this too. So I'm just going to show you exactly what I have, what you're seeing on the screen too. Let me check the chat to see who's here. Don't forget to do that. If you enjoy these lessons and if you even feel like tipping, you can feel free to do that. That's always appreciated. Okay, so here is... We've got Rome. Welcome. Oliver, long time no see. Tom, NYC Boxer. Hello. I'm not familiar. Who are you? And Bob and Yukon. Wow, the crew, the Patreon crew. That's awesome. Thank you so much. So nice to have you tune in. So if you see the worksheet, I want to kind of just talk about my general terminology. Grip chords. You'll hear me talk about grip chords a lot. They're basically just drop 3 voicings on the 6th string and drop 2 voicings on the 5th and the 4th string. So those are basically with the root, generally speaking, with the root. That's the term, the grip. And I got that little nickname from Joe Pass. He actually said that word in one of his lessons, one of his video lessons, and that always stuck with me for the past couple of decades. So so the term grip chords, for me, if you hear me say that quite a bit, that just means these basically with the root on the bottom. It's either drop 3 voicings or drop 2 voicings. So check out the worksheet. It's all on there if you want to grab the free PDFs in there. And it'll take you to Patreon, but you don't have to be paid member. That's just the free tier level. And I put a lot of these, what I call just essential worksheets and that I do for live streams. I didn't put the Magic Chord worksheet on there, but that's for Patreon members. I do recommend that you get the Magic Chord for the fourth voicings. Rich from NYC. Rich, are you Patreon member? I'm not sure, but thanks for joining in. Okay, so I'm going to do a screen share here. Are there any questions? Oh, cool. Thanks, Rich. That's awesome. Yeah, everybody's a Patreon member, and I really appreciate that. And it's great to have you in the community. And I love it when you let me know what you are enjoying, what materials, what songs, whatever topics. There's so many topics that are always kind of all happening simultaneously. It's hard for me to keep track of. So sometimes I'll start a song that I'll kind of just hear. Like today, I started a new lead sheet for a song. It's the talk of the town. And I heard it this morning. I was like, oh, I got to learn that song. So it's like, I'll get it started, but then I might get sidetracked by doing a couple other arrangements, working on some solo etudes and stuff like that. So I might forget about that song. So if you remind me, I'm happy to do it, to go back to it as well. So don't forget to do this also if you're enjoying these lessons. I think we can just go ahead and dive right into this lesson of the chord melody arranging. So please grab your guitar and do this with me. This is by no means the only way to arrange. This is what I call the easy chord melody method. Just a quick way to use these drop 2, drop 3 voicings with the roots primarily on the bottom, and then finding the melody notes, the thirds and fifths, and just kind of the process again. Maybe fancying up just a little bit, but we'll pretty much try to have the roots and the bass for this. We probably won't add too much other substitutions, maybe a little bit, but again, this one is meant for those who are just wanting to get into arranging from a lead sheet. This will be a really good, solid little lesson for you. I used to do these workshops on Sundays with a group of people. I used to charge money for it. Now I'm just doing all on live streams for Patreon members to tune in, and public if you're interested. If you're not on Patreon, please say hello. Also, don't feel like you have to be on Patreon just to tune into these live streams. So here we go. And again, I'm not going to go through the whole routine of major 7. I know I'm going to minor 7, flat 5, diminished 7, major 6, minor 6. There, I just did it. Major 7, dominant 7, minor 7, flat 5, diminished 7. I can play it 5, 6, 8, major 6, minor 6, major 7, major 6, minor 7, and minor 6. And just go through that whole routine always, if you don't have those grip chords down. The grip chord is, again, the roots and the lowest note, either the 5th, 6th, 5th, or 4th string. That worksheet is in the description, so make sure you grab it and go through it. If you're a Patreon member, I would even say go to my sound slice videos, turn on the sound slice, and practice along in time so that you can get those down. Okay, here we go, guys. Let's do it. See how long it takes us. I mean, not terribly much to get this done, but I kind of want to just go through this process with you. So I'm gonna turn down the volume so you don't have to hear this. This is the lead sheet that I passed out. So now, I tabbed out the melody. So that's the basic melody. Got a kind of a twangy sound here. Today I'm using my other amp. So that's the melody. Now, the first thing I do is and I wrote it an octave higher. You might play it low if you have a band behind you to get more of that throatier, warmer tenor sound. But I wanted kind of just a high end, like it's a trumpet. So the first thing I'm thinking is, okay, this G is the 3rd degree of an E flat major chord, E flat major 7. So I would do this shape. Okay. Now I might do it over here. If I were on the 6th string, I would do it over here. I'd just do 3 notes probably. Okay, but I would probably write it out here. So, or I'll just show you because I want you to go through the process. I like it on the 2nd string quite a bit. If you are with me on Patreon, you'll know that I love playing the melody on the 2nd string. So that will be kind of my go-to, and I'm actually just going to go ahead and do that. Instead of hopping around too much, I'll probably end up keeping that melody on the 2nd string. So I'm actually just going to probably just do that right now for the other notes as well. I'm just changing this. Again, this is just an arrangement. And here, I might just keep that on the top string. We're getting kind of high up there. So for those of you without a cutaway, you might get way up here. And then, okay, when we get there. So right now, what I want you to do is think about, well, I need the third in the melody. What's a good grip shape? And it's this one. Okay, and now even this note here, do I want to play that B flat here, or do I want to play it on here? Okay, it kind of makes more sense to just hold that shape down, this shape. So again, this is, I'm going to move rather quickly, but please type in the comments. So that's going to be the major 7 shape you're going to want. You got the third in the melody, and it's the same note twice. So you can just do this. Now I'm already jumping to the next chord because that's the third also. The thirds are ultra melodic. These really beautiful ballads. Thirds. All the things that was Fly Me to the Moon. Thirds. It's all thirds. Thirds. You know what I'm saying? So these are beautiful. Look for those melodies, or look at your favorite ballads. And for me, I know I love songs with the thirds and the melody. It's so melodic. So again, once you understand that these drop, in this case, drop 2 voicings, once you understand that the second string is your third, you're set. So that's what I'm saying, is you can now just do this. And then this is not the third here, it's a 6. But if you just played E flat 7, you can just do that. So it is a third. And in that case, if I wanted it a little bit of an easier arrangement, I might take out this, and I think I will just for this purpose, just demonstration. So I'll go ahead and just call it E flat 7. That's a little bit of theory here for you. That's when the 1 chord turns to dominant, it pulls you to the 4. You don't need to put a 2-5 in front of it. So I took out that B flat minor 7, which is actually a minor 6. Okay, so I just took the liberty of just making it a little bit more simple. So here, let's write in this one. Grab your guitar. You're going to learn this arrangement right on the spot today. Okay, and I'm going to talk about some techniques. Now, like this case, even the rhythm of it, da 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 da. I might take liberties with this rhythm. I got to kind of feel it out. So, and if that rhythm is perfect, just I'm not going to mess with change the rhythm. There's no need to there. So here's the next shape. You got it. B flat is the 3rd degree. So it's the same shape that we just used on C minor 7. Check out my easy arrangement for Autumn Leaves, or All the Things You Are, where I'm doing this. Okay, that I'm just moving that shape. Another great arrangement, if you're on Patreon, of mine is What a Wonderful World. There's a lot of really good, these beautiful, easy arrangements, and Fly Me to the Moon, of course. I'm actually going to stop the screen share in a second, but guess what this melody is? The 3rd degree. So again, if you are doing these jazz type of arranging, I'll always say this to my students and the Patreon members. Make sure you grab a piece of paper and that you can spell these chords. Unless, for me, I need to know that E flat 7 is E flat, G, B flat, D flat, that G is the 3rd. Now, if you don't read music, then, at least for my students and my Patreon members, I'll always have tabs for you. So you can, go, and like I said, the way I arrange it, the melodies are on the 1st and the 2nd string. So as long as you start to learn those inversions, then you're set, because then you can start to apply what you know. As long as, again, you can figure out if it's the root 3rd, 5th, or the 7th of the melody. Again, if they're chord tones, and that often is what makes these arrangements a little bit easier. then there's some decisions to make. So that D flat there, that's not in the key. That's a secondary dominant. That's a 5/4. I also do think theory is important. I just think, the more you know, the better. So you got a 1, 6, 3, and the 5/4, and then it goes to the 4. And here, this is the root. So there, I might hit this chord, and then this shape. That's kind of the cowboy shape. There it is there. That's the shape that we know. Usually that's the drop 2 with the 5th in the bass, but I'm doing this. And you get to do 6s. 6s are a really sweet way. So here, I might just do that just to demonstrate a nice thing to do without hitting the full shape. Just to do only the 6s. The interval of 6, like this. That's a really beautiful sound, especially in solo guitar, kind of a little bit of country even almost. But those 6s is just a nice way to harmonize. And then now, again, this is where I have to make that decision. Well, first of all, we're on the 4 chord, and it's a C note. And that is the 3rd of the A flat major 7. So I could do this shape. Now, if you don't have a cutaway or electric guitar like I'm doing now, you might do it here. This shape, same exact notes. It sounds a little bit different. Why? Because these strings are thinner on the top. These plain steel versus the wound. It's fatter and warmer. So you have to make the decision. But again, it's nice, to go through that process. So here's what we have so far. And for me, I just stayed on that same string. So that's what I'm going to write out. Just to have that consistency of those drop 2 voicings. Basically, again, with the root on the 5th. Okay. And I'm not going to write a chord for each one of those. I'm just going to do this. Okay, so now, if I were to do a bar chord of G7 like this, that would get the root. Sometimes I like to do the diminished substitution. So I might do B diminished 7 here. And I said I was going to stop and check my chat, but I'm on a roll, so let me go with it. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the sub. So now this is turning it into a G7 flat 9, which is really thinking the diminished 7 sub. Diminished off the 3rd, 5th, flat 7, or the flat 9. I'm thinking off the B. Okay, and yes, you could have did it over here. Now we're going to get way over here. So I just want to say kind of within that range. And then now we'll stop here, I promise, on the C minor 7. I'm doing that drop 2 voicing here, just like this. Kind of like C minor 6, but I'll do C minor 7 as written. If I wanted the bass note, if I wanted it fuller, I would do this little hack that I like to share. And just put that C in the bass and then bar this minor 7. And then add the 3rd on top. That makes it a little bit fuller. So check it out if I were to have done that. Okay. But again, for this purpose, maybe I'll just keep it the top 4 strings. And then this. And here's is the A flat minor 11. I could have did it A flat minor 6 as written on the chart, but I wanted it a little bit fuller too. I don't know. I might change my mind. Let me save this so far. And luckily the song is AABA song form. So once you get that first A section down, if you just basically copy and paste that, you have 3 A's, you have 75% of the song down just from getting this. So, again, so spend a lot of time is what I'm saying. Make it pretty. And there I did choose that A flat minor 11. Here's A flat minor 7, by the way. So I'm taking off the 5th and going to the 4, but it's called an 11 because there's a 7 involved. It's not an add 4. If you have a 7, then you have to go up to above the octave number. Okay, I'm talking, and let's check the chat, see who's here. See if you guys are enjoying these. Live streams are the best. Thanks, Oliver. Yeah, go for it. I'd love to hear from you. If anyone hasn't typed in already, I'd love to see who's here. And don't forget to do this. It's going to be getting dark kind of quickly here, so I'm going to move along. But hey, Evan, I'm really glad you're here. Always good to hear from you. And Evan, I am going to get to Naima. I know you had requested that a while ago. I remember a lot of the requests. I forget a lot of the requests too, but I know you requested Naima, so that's coming. John Coltrane's Naima. That one's in a funny key for solo guitar. I think I might transpose it to E minor. All right, guys, let's get back to work. Anyone else here want to say hi to me? Want to shout out on live on YouTube? Come on, don't be shy. Where's Graham? Where's my Canadian friends? Take off A. Chris, not here? All right. Tom? The other Tom? Gigs? Nah, I got too many gigs to post. I can't keep up with it. I just go and play, come back and get on YouTube and do my live streams. But today I was at the Ritz. Okay, so here we go. Let's go back then. Thanks, Evan. But yeah, it'd be great to see you. Feel free to always send me an email. Next week, I've got a couple winery gigs, wine shops, wine bars in Portland. So come on by, please. Les Coupes on Friday. I'm at the Ritz Saturday afternoon, and then Saturday night I'm at Les Coupes wine champagne bar with the trio. Laurel Thirst next Sunday for anybody in Portland. Friday, forget. Oh, it's a private. I do some private events as well. Okay, cool. Sounds good. Sweet. Make it look easy. I hope so. I mean, again, there. I don't know if you're talking about the playing or the arranging part. I hope I'm wanting to share whatever I know with you all. So, oh, it'd be a good song. Speaking of Evan going to Phoenix, by the time I get to Phoenix, do you all know that song? It's an old Jimmy Weibel song. Not Jimmy Weibel, Jimmy Webb. Jimmy Weibel's a crazy guitar player. Jimmy Webb, who's still alive and hopefully writing some good songs. By the time I get to Phoenix, anybody know that song? It's a good one. Glenn Campbell recorded it. Probably before you guys' time. All right, so let me go to the screen share, get back to work here. Thanks for typing in the chat. It's nice chatting with you. Here we go, guys. Let's finish this A section. So far we have this. Please grab your guitar and play this with me. I changed the rhythm. I didn't do the chord note triplet, but you don't have to be strict, but it'd be da, 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 da. And then you might go got some filler and stuff. But again, that's usually stuff I'll try to do at the gig. But when I'm writing out the arrangement, more sparse because these are just templates for you. I'm going to show you that A flat minor. Oh yeah, notice I did end up choosing the fat version here with the little hack there, the bass. I like that. So again, think of that minor 7, then add on the 3rd. It's a great hack. Here I'm playing A flat minor 11. Really, if you don't know this chord, this is another really beautiful chord. Check it out. Look how easy this one is when you see the shape of it too. It's just a little bit of color to have that minor 11 in there. What's going on? It's super easy. Just take off your ring finger from the bar chord that you would normally do for that minor 7 group shape here. Instead of this, just do this. Okay, so here's a good spot. I'm gonna go ahead and play that Ted Green. I know some of you have been watching my Patreon series on Ted Green, and I'm definitely coming back to some Ted Green materials. Here, speaking of Ted Green, got my Ted Green telly. Here's that News at 11, Ted Green's chord. I love this. So let's use that here. Okay, you got the bar this across. Basically, it's an E flat major add 9. There's our E flat there. Here's our 9. And here is our fifth, and then the major 7 on the top, like this. And then this note, of course, is right in that shape, so why change it? So this chord is going to be called E flat major 9. No. E flat major. I think I said add 9, but we've got the 7 in there, so it is a major 9 slash G. The way Ted showed it on his video, he didn't play the top string, but now I'm playing it, so now it's an E flat major 9, and then F minor 7, just as we have this nice grip and little lingo. And then this note, put it on the second string because it's right in there. You make it easy. Oh, do we want to do that Ted Green chord here? Or do we want to do the E flat major 7? We'll get the root there. That might be a good spot. Well, that's a good spot to use that shape once again. So I'm actually going to go back to this, and we're not going to play it on the end. Here, I'll show you. Chord. First of all, let's get that F minor 7. This is E flat add 9 because there's no D. So I'm being theoretical about the voicing here. If you don't know this cool, beautiful voicing, it's slash G, not slash G sharp. That would not sound good. There we go. So it sounds like this so far. And then now I need to decide, do I want to, this note is the 9. Again, I'm always thinking about what is the melody note in relation to the chord. But this is the 9, so I don't want to do it here. Or do I want to do it here? That's a little bit darker and fatter, not necessarily close to where we were just at. So I might play that 9 here. And that means I'm going to play A flat minor 9. Minor 9. Check out my lessons. I got a lot of lessons just going through the 9th routine, a lot of my comping and chords and solo guitar. I talk about the 9th routine quite a bit. Please check that out. This is A flat minor 9. I'm happy to go through it if you want me to. That's why you got me here live. So let me know in the comments. Say, Tracy, show me that 9th routine, and I'll show it to you right now. But I don't know if you don't tell me. So here's A flat. Now that's the root there. Maybe we'll just do what we did up here. It's just quick arranging. This is doing 6s. You know, again, this would take less time if I wasn't actually typing it all in, but I'm typing it all in. So, and then A flat is this note. So those 6s, I might as well. Just kind of it kind of ties it in to what we did up here. These 6s here. So now I'm doing it right here on the A flat minor. And this can also be a D flat 7 chord too. You can make it like it's a 2-5, like this, and it's a back door. Little 3-6-2-5. Do we want to do D flat 7? I'm kind of maybe want to try it out just to see how that sounds. Again, this is kind of just fancying up the lead sheet a little bit. Yeah, definitely. That sounds nice. Let's get that F in the bass. So again, what I'm thinking now is I'm filling it out just a little bit here. It's a little bit fancy. But those 6s, don't worry, you're still there. If you choose to do 6s, you can just do that. And I'm going to just do. So what I'm doing here is, see how we have the A flat minor 9? Well, there's D flat 7. It creates a 2-5 movement. But instead of just D flat 7, I'm playing D flat 9. And when you do that, you have F minor 7 flat 5. And that's what I'm thinking here. If you're wondering why F minor 7 flat 5, that's really just a D flat 9 chord. Okay. So I'm going to write F minor 7 flat 5. But hopefully you know that's a D flat 9 chord. But it's also equivalent. I'm going to check the comments here. Let's see who's paying attention. F minor 7 flat 5 equals what minor 6? Go for it. Type in the comments. F minor 7 flat 5 equals what minor 6? That's another way to think of it, as minor 9 to the minor 6. Okay. Let's take a break right before we finish this A section out, and then we're 75% of the song finished. Wichita Lineman by, yeah, I'll be in Phoenix. That's a good one too. Oh yeah, is that by the time I get to Phoenix? Yeah. Which that would be a great one. I should do a little medley of Jimmy Webb songs. That'd be fun. Sound cool on telly too. Anybody know A flat minor? Oh, I just gave it away. There you go. F minor 7 flat 5 equals A flat minor 6. Let's get back to work. Wichita Lineman. These are Jimmy Webb songs we're talking about, but that's not our focus today. Today we're talking about Nightingale singing Barclay Square. Rome, you're the one who got me started on this song, by the way. If you guys are enjoying these live streams, don't forget to do that. This helps quite a bit because YouTube keeps tracks of the thumbs up. And they let me know how many times people like stuff. So, and that always makes me happy when I'm drinking my coffee to have that positive reinforcement. I'm going to go back to the screen share. And yeah, I was taking some liberties with rhythm as I always do. So I'm playing a rubato here too, of course. Now I have to decide what to do here. And I think I'm already in this position. And what I'm thinking is this is a 3-4-5. And I love this little lick. I did it in my Misty arrangement. This. So just play that grip shape, the drop 2 voicing, and slide your pinky from the G to the A flat bar and get that B flat on the top. Da da da, make it kind of legato. And notice there, just as a demonstration, I hit the outer notes on the C minor 7, the grip shape, drop 2, and then I hit the inner voices with the chord. So I went like this. So let me demonstrate that for you. So what I'm saying is I'm playing the melody over here, second string, my favorite. And I'm just kind of sliding this note. I'll be a little bit technical on this. Take a little bit extra time. Da da. Putting this note on the first string. It's still the same shape. So I would say let ring. Okay, but that's what I'm thinking. I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to take the time to do it. And then down here. And again, performance-wise, I might hit the melody and then hit the chord. But I'm just going to hit the block. And Nightingale singing. Now this F minor 7, this is, think about this, you guys, E flat. E flat is what degree to the F minor 7 chord? Well, here's a good way to do it. F major is F A C E. That's F major 7. F dominant 7 is F A C E flat. You flat the 7. F minor 7, you want to flat the third. F A flat C E flat. So again, if you're doing what I recommend for a lot of my students, spell out your chords, grab a piece of paper while you're drinking your coffee in the morning, and whatever song you're working on, write down the names of the notes. Write the chord down, F minor 7 equals, E flat major 7 equals, and then just fill it out when you have the time to think about it, away from your instrument. So this is F minor 7, this is a flat 7. So we could do it like this. This is a good little hack. You could do close voicing like this. I've been talking about close voicings recently, a little bit more on Patreon again. It's really pretty, but it's harder to do because it's a big stretch. So the quick hack is this. So check it out. Okay, that's what I'm going to show you. So. There we go, F minor 7. And now this is an F note to the B flat. That's the 5th degree. And I could do B flat 7. Maybe add the flat 9 on for a little color. And then the E flat with the E. And I like that. If you don't know how to do that. And just here's the B flat bar chord. Take your octave. Go up a half step down, you get a flat 9. That adds some color. And then the E flat 6 or a major 7. Okay. Now, if I were to really be in performance mode, I probably the first time would not end it on the root. I would go up Berkeley Square. Probably go to the 3rd square. Instead of Berkeley Square, that usually would be the second time to resolve it. And that's the difference there. Now, do I want to change the melody? Yeah, my arrangement. I'll change the melody just to show you what I mean. Square. But not only that, I want to change the chord. I want to put G minor 7 to make it a 3-6-2-5 turnaround instead of 1-6-2-5. This chord, by the way, this will be posted on Patreon, you guys. You'll have to, well, that'll be for Patreon members only, this whole sound slice in the arrangement. And I'll just finish this out here. We won't do the B section today. But I hope that you've been getting a lot out of this little workshop live stream. Now I put the root there. So there went G minor 7 like this. Then I went to C7 flat 9. I made that a dominant. I used that same shape we just used. Let me show you. I'm going to make that a half note so I can show you this shape here. There. My computer battery is getting low. I'll see how far I can get on this. Beautiful. And then F minor 9. Hope it doesn't die. But I do want to thank you all for being here and joining me on this. And then this B flat. And I'm just going to put this back on this. There you go. We just finished the A section. We're 75% done right now. Now I could go back to this view here. This is a really nice big view of it. And actually, I'm not going to. I want to put the chord there. I want to put a sus here. I love the sus. Tell me what you think. If you think it sounds nice and pretty, and it's really easy to play. Hopefully, you got it right now. I got to go back to my editor. And I'm going to put a note. Add in a note here. I'm going to check the comments before my computer dies. I'm going to put a sus here. You got it. That's the chord to play for guitar players. If you're a Barney Kessel fan, that's his favorite chord right there. Wes Montgomery, they all love that chord. It's a triad shape, A flat over B flat, but it's called a B flat 9 sus 4 if you want to get technical, which I'm going to be technical. Type in the chat again if you are enjoying these live streams. Let me know. Thumbs up. Give me a tip. What else? Join me on Patreon. Yada yada. Same stuff. Okay. Oh, great. Now it didn't move the chord. Come on, sounds nice. So anyways, we have this. And now you want to practice just the A section. And I'm going to stop here. Just, we got the beautiful A section happening. I don't need to go on with that. Let me see what you guys are doing. Hopefully you enjoyed this live stream. Thanks for tuning in. Bob, yeah, it's super fun. I mean, again, just we can do any of these jazz standards in this manner, but the art of it is making music out of it and having fun and memorizing it, maybe. So, hey, great to see you all. Have a lovely evening, and I'll probably see you tomorrow for Veterans Day, day off in the holiday in the States. I've got some uh, lessons scheduled, but that's it. So I'll probably log on and let me know in the comments what song you want me to hit, and I'll do it. If first person to type in a good song, a good song, get the catch there. If it's not a good song, I won't do it. So type it in. Type a song that you want me to do tomorrow. I'll do it. Go. Who's got a good song? Bob, I think I'm going to see you. Is it tomorrow? No, Wednesday. I have to check our schedule. Oh, good. Thanks, Rich. Great to see you. Over there, is that a song? Over there? I don't know that song, to be honest. Is it a standard? Yukon? Jim? Is that a standard over there? Anybody else got a song before my computer dies that you want me to do tomorrow? Talk about easy chord melody? You're welcome, Oliver. Have a good day. Oh, it's an old song then, huh? You're saying World War One tune? Graham, yes, sir. I hope. Oh my gosh, listening but not seeing. That's. I hope your op went well. Wishing you the best. Okay, yeah. I'm sorry, Yukon. I don't know that tune. If it was a standard that I was familiar with, I would say sure. At least I've heard before. We could do Over the Rainbow. It's a beautiful song. Add some gypsy jazz. Oh, Wichita Lineman. Let's do it. I'd love to look at that one because I don't know that one. I've played it, I think, in passing, but not. I don't have an arrangement of it. Oh, there. Now we're talking. Little bossa, French bossa. Watch what happens. I have an arrangement for this already. Not this, I'm just goofing around. Close voicing. Great tune. Tom, grab my arrangement on Patreon for Watch What Happens. Sounds like a good plan. We got some good tunes to talk about. We'll do them all. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow. Tune in, please. I'll get some materials ready and prepped up for tomorrow's live stream. Cheers.